corporate on this show right now as well. We have Religare Enterprises, which is surging in trade on the back of an important update that's come through. Its subsidiary Religare Finvest, in a one-time settlement, has repaid 2,178 crore rupees to lenders. It now expects to get a no-due certificate as well. So to discuss more on this, we're joined by Rashmi Saluja of Religare Enterprises to take some questions on this as well as the outlook going forward. Ms. Saluja, thanks a lot for joining us and, taking out the time for this interview. So like I was pointing out, with this one-time settlement out of the way, we do know that you had some fundraising plans via QIP. If I remember the figure correctly, I think you were looking to raise 700 to 800 crore rupees. Can you take us through what the timeline on that will look like now?
Yeah, so we've just completed the OTS we were discussing last time, and this has really been a big achievement for the company, and it also gives a lot of strength to the shareholders and to the management to go back and actually go ahead for the fundraising. So that's going to be in a couple of months. As of now, all my businesses are doing strong and good, and we are completely oiled machinery. The funds are adequately there, and we've just put 300 crores in care health insurance, and so is broking doing extremely well. But yes, for acquiring new businesses and doing some strategic tie-ups, we would be requiring almost 600-700 crores, which I spoke with you. So that's going to be the endeavor in the next couple of months. Now that the legacy issues are behind us, there are no legal issues as such that we cannot go out and do it. So right. Yes, the time for next 3 months is that.
All right, we will, monitor these developments over the next 3 months. Just wanted to understand first, the last time you joined us, you said that once this settlement is reached, you will have a CRAR of 50% plus. Just wanted to confirm that number with you. And secondly, what's the procedure for you coming out of the prompt corrective action? How long before that happens? And what does your book grow at thereafter?
That's right. So that's correct. And now immediately after I get the notice, because yesterday only we just completed paying back the banks. As you are flashing, yes, 2320, yes, we have paid, and we have done it 3 weeks before the 90 days get over. We started paying on the 30th of December last year, and we are done today. And now we will go ahead with the no-dues to the RBI, and the proper procedure is that they would be going and getting an inspection done, and they will also see if the companies are ready with their business plans, if they are ready with all their regulatory processes are in a frame, and whatever the CAP does, especially whether Crore is adequate, whether all the other regulatory issues are in place, and then it's going to take at least a month and a half before we are ready for business again.
Got it. Is there a demerger of Care Health on the cards now that the OTS has been completed? So of course there is going to be a way forward for Care and for other companies, and whatever is the best for the shareholders and whatever is the best for the the management. And we will be considering that, whether it is an IPO, whether it's a demerger, or whether any other way of doing it, whichever way fits best for the organization as per the regulatory framework, we will be actually looking into all these options.
What according to you fits best? Because I'm just doing some rough math here. Your stake in the company could be worth almost 9,500 odd crores. This is after giving a 40% holding company discount. So are you looking at a demerger? Are you looking at an IPO? You said all options are on the table. Which one do you think will be the best option? Because your holding out there is significant. You're looking to raise 700-800 crores via QIP, but there could be significant value unlocking through this itself, where you wouldn't have to dilute any, shareholding.
That's right. Actually, until yesterday, we have created the value in the company at REL level. And because of RFL being settled, the value has been created. People do understand it's a nice idea. And now is the time for value unlocking. And for value unlocking, there are multiple ways of doing it, actually creating a robust plan for all the businesses, ensuring that all these companies reach their logical conclusion and they keep growing. But what you asked is that whether we are thinking of a demerger or whether we are thinking of an IPO. First, let me tell you one thing. Whatever we do, we have to first understand how well we fit into the regulatory framework. Nothing is happening unless and until IRDA and the RBI, if we fit into that particular, so, we have to do a backward integration. Whichever is best fitted as far as the regulatory framework is concerned, that is exactly what we will be doing it. And I am going to be evaluating both the things. You are right about your calculations on actually, 40% discount and things like that. But that is not as important for me today. Much more important for me today is that whatever I do, going forward, it has to happen as per the IRDA guidelines.
Got it. Have you had a chat with any of the credit rating agencies now that the OTS has been settled? Is there a case for a ratings upgrade?
Absolutely, absolutely it is. And we have been keeping them warm. We have been giving them the development so that when it starts from now, we've just completed until the cap removal. That is going to be almost a month and a half, where regulatory rating agencies are going to be definitely look at us as a new company where no legacy issues. And of course, the entire net worth has completely changed now. Yes, we are doing that.
All right, got that. Just another question on, the insurance business as well. And actually, I'm going to ask you about the NBFC business first, because we were talking about the regulatory approvals, how you have been talking to rating agencies as well. Do you think you'll be able to move forward with that a little bit sooner and get the regulatory approvals that are required here?
Absolutely, we are already at it, and we have been, in fact, in the entire time that we were, especially from 30th of December, that we did our first tranche, almost 85% monies were given to the banks. Subsequent to that, I and the entire company have been talking, and we have been appraising the lenders and the regulatory agencies that where we are, how we are. So immediately after today, we will be starting the next process of getting the, we are going to apply and we are going to request RBI to get the cap removal. And I'm very, very confident that, we are very prepared as far as our, all the other parameters are concerned. And the moment I get a notice in next a few days' time, and then I think so the other process will start.
Do you have any kind of target timeline for this where you think it's achievable?
I think so in a month's time, we shall be in a position to go ahead.
Okay.
You said you wanted to take all your businesses to their logical conclusion. Just wanted to understand what the logical conclusion could it be? I mean, what's the net asset side that you're looking for? Your NBFC business, ideal loan book growth rate you are expecting there? How big do you think the insurance business can be for you? And what is the logical conclusion for the broking business?
So there are certain precedents which have been set in market for all these businesses. You know how Star went, and Star really did extremely well. And CARE is actually, if I would say, and it is all thanks to the management and an excellent board that we have. And of course, the partners that we have is Kedara. So we are very much, we are one of the best companies as far as the growth rate is concerned. We are 57%. And that kind of a business model, I would very well say that as a standalone health insurance company is much better. So we have certain benchmarks for a company, which is, of course, Star. Then we have our own strengths, which are even over and above, which I would consider are much better than the most of the companies. We are regulatory compliant, and we are completely solvent as far as, the ratios are concerned. So my thought is that this is going to be valued much, much better than the pair companies, and it has its own strength. Right. So we are going to be evaluating that in next couple of months, which is going to be answering your first question, that how well we will be positioning ourselves as far as the demerger is concerned or the IPO is concerned. And that is where our actually logical conclusion will end for CARE. That is one thing. And as far as our broking is concerned, broking is again doing, this in fact is one of the most vintage company that we have. The entire company started when Ariel went for an IPO. It was much, in fact, on the strength of broking. It is a 25-year-old company. We want to get back to the glory. We are doing certain very logical and certain strategic tie-ups for broking. And that is exactly, I am considering that we are looking at an IPO way for broking also in next 2.5 years' time.
Right, so you've got an IPO for the broking business and a possible demerger or an IPO for the CARE business.
Absolutely.
Okay, so in the immediate term, in the next 3 months, the idea is to raise money via QIP. 600 to 700 crores is what you've outlined in your interview today. Can you tell us how will you break up these funds and monies into the individual businesses?
I have been saying that moment the OTS is over, we would be, trying, and that is what we have done in last 1 to 2 years. We have engaged consultants how to actually make us as a 360-degree financial services company, for which we would like to, now that NBFC is back on track, we would like to actually create businesses, whether it is the as a web aggregator, whether it's an AIF or whether it's an ARC or an insurance broking, all these companies which actually fit and also strengthen the companies within the group. And those are the businesses that I want to move forward while actually getting our affordable housing company, that is RHDFCL, out of RFL and actually bringing it up at REL level. So these are the areas that we are focusing, and this is where we need money for some strategic tie-ups, acquisitions, and all these things is where we have to actually put in 600 to 700 odd crores.
Right. Rashmi, final question from my end. I track the FMCG space closely, and I also track where their money goes. I see your shareholding pattern. The Berman family of Dabur, they have around 14% stake in your company. Have you heard from them? I mean, do they plan to increase their stake? You are looking for fundraising. Is there any, further infusion of capital by them possible, and perhaps any change in management?
As of now, I've only heard congratulations, and those congratulations from Mr. Berman's side or from all the other shareholders is what I heard as of just now. And I assume the congratulation comes out of their strength for the management and for the management going ahead. So that is what I...
Congratulations message coupled with a check as well?
So the congratulations wouldn't come without promises and strengths to the management.
All right.
All right, you whetted our appetite. Thank you very much, Rashmi. We look forward to chatting with you some other time. Get into a break. On the other side, we'll discuss commodities. Manisha Gupta joins in next.
ए लड़की